Hi guys, welcome to Baby Witch Tarot. How's everybody doing? Remember, don't forget to go and like my Instagram page for lots of memes, funny shit, and a lot of information. I also do a lot of spreads in there and whatnot. It's Baby Witch underscore Tarot. So today we're gonna talk about card number three. Card number three is the Empress. So much feminine energy coming up, and I also seen a lot of big time witches on Instagram. They're doing like a lot of collective work and whatnot that are talking about how the feminine presence is so important right now. So these videos are not for any kind of fortune telling or anything. They're just for learning. So whatever comment I'm making is for this present moment in time. And if you hear it somewhere else in another time and it resonates with you, still it's okay to follow because time is fluid. So bottom line, today we're talking about the Empress. The Empress is that bitch, but she's that finesseful, classic, feminine bitch. And it's like we can't even call her a bitch because they'll be disrespected, even if we do it on the best of our terms or of our words or of our intentions. Like she's so classy and pure and feminine that we can't even call her that. She's that woman. That's the Empress. She talks about femininity. She talks about beauty, about nature, about nurturing, about abundance. This is the time of your life where you have to creative with your expression. Um, you have to connect yourself to your feminine. So now the highest priest talked about that, right? Now this one talks about it too, but this one kind of tells you how. This card kind of tells you how. This card is it's talking about in order for you to connect to the beauty in life, like you have to like it's gonna awaken something in you that you need at this moment in life. Wherever you're in life, if this card's pulling up on you, it's because there is something that your higher self needs from your feminine side in order for you to step up into your higher self. How can we do this? How can we connect? Well, use your senses, use your touch, use your smell, use your eyes. Like literally go and get lost into the yellow of a flower, get lost into the blue in the sky, find the beauty within anything. Now, as an artist, it's really easy to do because as an artist, we don't find beauty in nothing but what is natural, but in nothing but the obscureness of the natural bliss of life. We don't try and find beauty in anything that is handmade, at least not in my case. But if you must find beauty in something, like if you're an architect or something, go stare at a fucking building. Find what is it that you find beautiful and fucking stick to it. Find something to be beautiful and and worship it. You know what I mean? Because it's if you don't find beauty in life, first off, you're just a sad motherfucker. Um, but this card is definitely inviting you to do that. This card is also it talks about abundance, talks about a time where you already have it all. It's a time to actually be thankful for everything that you already have, to start discovering yourself and to your creativeness. Is getting in touch with your creative side. So remember, the Empress it could be a card for pregnancy, it could be a card for childhood, but because it's a card of motherhood represents creation. A woman, the feminine divine, is the only one that can create life. And as artists, you create life when you create your art. When you create your art, basically, yeah, it's life. It's something that life imitates. So therefore, it's a creation. So this is the card of creation. It's very important that you work on your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is also where your sensuality comes from, or your sexuality comes from, but it's also where your creative energy comes from, and it's right on top of a root chakra. So this is a part of the bottom chakras. The card before this, we're talking about the upper chakras. Now we're talking about the bottom ones. Remember, if you want to learn about chakras, go on Love and Info, love, LOVE, space, letter N, space, INFO, Love and Info. My nose is itching so much. I don't know why. I'm not the only one that this happens to. I don't know if you guys, I've talked about Missy. I don't watch her videos enough to know, but she's always like, my nose hurts. That means something. My nose is itching. I don't know what the fuck it means, but my nose is itching a lot right now. Um, so bottom line, yeah. So sacral chakra, creativity, get in touch with your creativity, find beauty, Be thankful, because this is also a card of abundance. It's a card that's letting you know, like, you are on top of the world right now. You have everything that you need. Try to focus on something less material, maybe. Take this as a period of growth. Now that you already have that lifestyle that you've been trying to get to, take this as a period of growth, and a period of de-involving your creativity. Let's see, this is the moment to start thinking material and ground your energy through nature. Okay, so this is also a time that is like, you already, at this point, you've already were the fool, you already were the magician, and you already were the high priestess. Because remember, this is a story of a lifetime, even if you don't get the cards in that order, which is highly doubt you ever will. But meaning that you've already took a leap of faith. You've already were given everything that you need to establish into the real world, and to manifest into the real world all the abundance that you wanted. You were already given the knowledge that you needed to take these decisions. Now is the time to chill back. To chill back, and look at everything that you really have, and to start creating something less material. And also, in order for you to get in touch with nature, it's 432. 432 hearts. 432 hearts is what nature vibrates to. It's what every plant vibrates to. It's what every animal vibrates to. It's what nature vibrates to. If you go to a forest and you measure their heart, it's going to be 432. It's just for sound therapy. But basically, I mean, you can go and stand in a camp of roses, and you're going to vibrate to 432, because that's what it is. So basically, yeah, this card is urging you to get in touch with nature so you can start caring for others. You can come along with compassion and support fluid through you right now. So passion and support for others have to be fluid through you right now, because it's almost a way of like giving back. It's like the universe giving you all this material shit, and now it's asking you to give back to the compassion, to give back to caring and nurturing, and to creating something that life itself can grab from you and put into the cosmos, and be like, you know what, this person got everything they want, but they're using their creativeness to nurture and to take care of something and to support something else in themselves. This satisfaction finding and becoming the mother. Okay, so it's kind of like you take into that mother role a little bit. Is you want to start a family, or take care of a newborn, or simply more quality time with children. This card suggests a pregnancy or birth, whether it's material or physical or literal. Okay, by willing to nurture and supporting new ideas, and committing and coming to reality. So this card can also come like if someone asks, "Am I pregnant?" If someone asks, it's definitely a card of pregnancy. Okay, it's definitely a card for pregnancy. You can use it as that. Remember to use your intuition before you tell the client, and make sure that you tell the client all the information that you're learning here. But it also can talk about you just being around children a little more. You know what I mean? It's not about your inner child. It's not about, no. This literally represents the energy of a newborn, of like a baby in your life. So it could be an idea that is coming up to life, or it could simply be a baby that you're going to spend more time with. Now, this card in reverse. What does it mean in reverse? If you have neglecting yourself, this is the time to start taking care of yourself. If you have been not doing self-care, I have a couple of videos of self-care on my other channel, Love and Info, if you want to know just a couple of tips of what to do. What is self-care, what it truly is to do self-care in the most easiest possible way, without having to spend much money, or going to the spot, or having to talk to other people, or anything like that. So basically, if you're putting other people's needs before your own, this is the time to stop that, because you need to take care of yourself in order for you to be able to take care of others. So basically, yeah, reconnect through colors and sensations, reconnect through nature. In order for you to reconnect to yourself and that feminine divine, I guess that feminine divine, from what I'm seeing from all these notes that I've taken, the feminine divine is very connected to nature, and to creation. So and it is that connection between the self-care, the feminine divine, in nature. It's all like one thing. So when you have stopped taking care of yourself, because you're taking care of others, in order for you to follow the crumbs back to want to take care of yourself, you have to go through that gate of nature, because once you're connected to nature, that does something that makes us be connected to want to nurture ourselves or want to nurture others in that same way. So it's very important right here when this card comes out, whether it's reversed or upwards, that you get in touch. Go to the mountains, go on a hike, go to the beach, feel something, for God's sake. Touch yourself, live a little. But seriously, like, it's all about like feeling the wind. It's all about falling in the colors, the smells. If you like wet dirt, go in early morning. If you like the desert and the heat, go for it. Feel the fucking sand. I don't know, whatever the fuck you're into, man. As long as it has to do with nature, this is the time to get in touch with it. This card can also talk about creative blocks that are coming from fear of what other people's opinion or approval on that project that you want to start. So again, other people's opinion do not fucking matter. If people's opinions are going to matter, the cards will be telling you right now, listen to other people. And if this card came out in your reading, it means that you should not be listening to other people right now. It means that whatever fear that is holding you back from making that creation, from making that baby, from making that family, from starting that project, it is not in your best interest to have around, Yeah, it's basically like it's if it's not appealing to others, then fuck it. You're barking at the wrong crowd. You know what I mean? If I'm seeing if I'm not gonna go into a fucking Christian church and try to make them all believe in sacred and sacra and chakras, and try to make them all believe in divination, and try to make them all believe in my power of my magic. Why? Because I'm barking at the wrong fucking crowd. You know what I mean? So if you have these blockages, maybe the people that you have around you who are not supporting your projects are not the right people to have around you at all whatsoever. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. It hasn't been once in my motherfucking life that I have told a friend about a fucking project and they were against it. Because as long as this project was healthy and as long as this project was making my creativeness fluid, those that matter were there. And that's what real friends do. So yeah. Make sure that you have to be very attached to your vibe in order for you to find your tribe. Like, you really have to vibe at your own fucking tune. And is that when you really find those people? If you're also worried about having the right people, because in my case, I wouldn't give two shits. I would still go on with this project, whatever the fucking project might be. Also, when this card comes out in reverse, remember in the first card they were telling you how, at the beginning of the card I was telling you how this card may come out when you are taking care of others too much and not taking care of yourself. So when that happens, I can clearly see how we start feeling the need to just want to take care because we're not taking care of ourselves. So we have that need to take care of ourselves, but we're not listening to it. So we start ignoring. We no longer know what this voice in our head is telling us. So we start smothering those around us that we do take care of too much. We're taking it too far. This role model, this protective model, it becomes codependent, and it becomes detrimental to our existence and the existence of others as much as we're trying to help. So remember, you cannot love yourself. You cannot love anybody else if you don't love yourself, and you cannot take care of anybody else if you're not taking care of yourself. So that was the Empress. And a little tip that I need to tell you guys: asking the right questions, it is so important for tarot culture. When you are pulling out the cards, it's like you need to be aligned, motherfucker. You need to know what you want to know. You need to know what you're after. You need to know what your answers are going, what answers you're looking for. If you're not sure, look for a spread. Okay? Now, the cards are going to end up telling you whatever the cards need to tell you. At the end of the day, if you ask the wrong questions, the cards will still figure out a way to slip in that information and let you know. But if you really want clear answers, it's all about asking the right questions. I think I almost want to make a whole video about asking the right questions and how important it is to ask the right clear questions. The more clear and the more certain and the more detailed that your question is, the better and broader and more of an explanation that you're going to get. Okay, so this was Baby Witch _Tarot and IG. I love you guys. Bye.